I might have an unpopular opinion today, but please hear me out and give me a chance to explain it and judge for yourself. I want to encourage you to stop trying to change the world. Kindness, generosity, compassion are all absolutely amazing human attributes. We can all agree on that. But what I want to suggest to you is if you find yourself this time of year, especially when it's the end of a fiscal year and you're getting, different notifications, different mail, all suggesting that you give to different organizations. When you're going into the store doing any holiday shopping, they're asking you if you want to round up. Well, generally speaking, these things are all great causes, but in my opinion, you can make a much bigger difference by using your gifts and your talents consistently on a small scale. I know not everybody is on a budget, but I try to stay on one. I might look like I don't care, or like I might look, like I'm not generous or whatever, because every time I'm at a cash register and asked if I want to round up, I say, no, thank you, not today. I know for me, my money is spent in a better place because I've figured out where I want it to go. My guess is that if you're watching this, you are probably a crocheter or a knitter, but my guess is you're a fiber enthusiast if you're here watching this. And my other guess is there's probably something that is important to you. But I think we're so inundated with all these really large causes out there that, giving a little money here or there, assuming it's going to the right place. I've got a little bit of a beef with charities where it's like all administrative costs. But that's a story for a different day and somebody else's channel, not mine. I just think that there are so many ways that you can use your gifts and your talents to make a difference in your immediate area. And I believe that by making consistent movement in that aspect will do far more good than like a once a year monetary donation. Let me explain a little bit more before you think I'm like totally unhinged. A friend of mine and we actually make little just cap for our local hospital. It's nice to be able to, just consistently when I've got a little bit of yarn scrap, just whip up a little hat. It's not hard at all. I know of people who make blankets, like simple crochet blankets, exclusively for pet shelters. Now, obviously that's something that you want to get arranged ahead of time and find out specifications. I know somebody else who makes prayer shawls, and that is like a very fulfilling activity for her. Like there's so many things in your life that you probably come into contact with every day or know someone close to you that could give you a great suggestion. If you have a teacher in your life, maybe ask that teacher, are there kids showing up now that aren't prepared for winter? Is there a need for some extra stocking caps or things like that? That could make a huge difference in a child's life and a child right there in your community. And what if you made one stocking cap per month, and we're able to donate a dozen hats per year? That's a big deal. That's a lot of children that could be helped. My mom spent the last 5 years of her life in a care center, and I have nothing but really great things to say about this care center. They were absolutely amazing. But this time of year, I'm getting quite a few little mailers sent to me about donating to their various, like charity type programs that you can give to. But is that something where resident might benefit a little bit more from having someone come out during an activity time with some yarn and crochet or knit with them? Find out if there's a need. That might be something where it actually fits within your budget better and actually feels better inside than just writing out a check or or putting something on a credit card to send somewhere. Like, you can make an impact in individuals' lives. And I'm sure the list goes on and on. I know of people who make blankets that go to first responders so that if a child is taken out of a home, like a foster care type of situation, and maybe is leaving everything behind, what about a blanket for them? I know of other people making like these they're like little octopus squid things, and they've got all these curly cues on them, and she was making them for a NIC unit, so it like fits their little hands, and they have something to hang on to that's kind of like the umbilical cord. There are just a million different things. What's important to you? Do you want to help people read more? Could you make bookmarks? Literally I could go on for an hour just like brainstorming ideas with you, but I'm not going to do that. That's what the comments are for. If you have a great idea, I would love to hear it. If you're already doing this, please pop it down in the comments and let us know how you are changing the world by making these small donations and consistent donations. I think it would be a great place for you to give the rest of us good ideas too. And please don't think that I'm saying not to support large organizations or different movements and stuff like that, but just think a little bit more. And would $50 donated to a giant multi-million-dollar charity make a lot of difference? Would it be helping the people you want to be helping? But if $50 in yarn could make you, 50 stocking caps for children, or, just whatever, would that bring you more happiness, and would that directly benefit people better? I am 100% of the opinion that I want to know where my money is going and that it's actually helping the people it should help. I know that there is a sense of accomplishment from, turning these in and knowing yes, this will help a child, or this might help an elderly person that maybe doesn't have any family. Things like that. Just believe that you can honestly create more change for the better in this world, more love, more gratitude, by making these donations like a one-on-one type of situation and really reaching out to people in your community that will benefit so much more. It just honestly feels like there's a limitless opportunity of people that you personally can physically help. So what I would encourage you to do is just spend a few minutes thinking about what has affected you. Is there something that has affected you personally in your life? Is there a time where maybe when you were younger or, going through something that you felt like you could have used a little more help? Is that something where you can step in? Figure out what your cause would be or what your purpose would be. And after you've determined the group of people you would like to help, look in your area and see what organizations are there. Maybe you might have to go outside of your geographical area. If you're like me, figure out what's surrounding or what's in one of the larger towns. Is there a domestic violence shelter? Is there a homeless shelter? There's all sorts of groups and resources, and look at all of them and decide, is there one that is struggling more than the others? Is there one that really specifically tailors to the particular cause that tugs on your heartstrings? I'm going to make it a point to see what is out there, see which ones need help, see how my skill set could fit into that. Maybe they don't accept a crochet type of donation. I don't know. But, I'm going to find out their rules and their specifications, things like that, so that I can work towards that. And, I've worked pretty hard at building my yarn stash up, and I have a variety of value yarns to more investment yarns. So I'm pretty good. I could pull out some yarns, and I've got some here that aren't my favorite favorite like blanket yarn, things like that, where I could get working on that. But maybe that's something where if this calls to you, that you could take advantage of some of the like Black Friday sales going on and happening. Set yourself a budget. Think, what would I have written a check out for, to an organization, or what, did I donate last year, and set that budget and be like, okay, this is going to yarn and this is the organization it's going to, and just know that you're not spending willy-nilly on yourself. Like, this is part of the donation. This is part of how you are going to be able to improve the lives of other people by doing something you love. And generally speaking, it's easier to do something more often if you love it. So it's just like a win-win type of scenario there. So just take this under consideration. If you disagree with me, that is totally okay. That will not hurt my feelings at all. I want to thank you so much for talking yarn with me today. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.